All right, guys, this time is time for the part trap method for tessellation. As always, you need your scissors, your pencil, I just held those up opposite, your tape, you're gonna need a square template for this one, and your paper to trace on. Let's get started. First thing you want to do is you want to label the corners of your piece. Now it's called the part trap because when we first label it, we're spelling out the word part. Start in the upper left, P-A-R-T. So you see how we spell part. Later on, we'll rearrange it and it'll end up spelling out trap when it comes together. So we got part. Now we need to try to make a little mark at the middle of each edge. Now you want to be as close as possible. You might even want to get out a ruler if you're not very good at eyeballing these things, but mark the middle points of each side. Now, to connect each point together, draw a line going across. This line can be whatever sort of shape you want it to be, but you only want it to cross each other once. So I wouldn't want to do a bunch of loop-de-loos or things like that. So maybe this one's going to be more wavy at that edge. And maybe this one will be a bit bigger. Waves that way. So you see we've got corner, edge to edge, middle to middle. Now we're going to cut the entire thing apart. All right, so we cut apart the part. Now we're going to rearrange it so all the letters are in the center and it spells trap. So we're going to put the T, R, A, let go, and P. So you see how it spells trap now, T-R-A-P. Before it was part. So we want to take our time and we want to line up the center points. Now this is where you can really see if you guessed your middle's good enough. Because if your outside corners don't quite line up perfect, that means you didn't find the exact middle. I just eyeballed mine so you can see mine's a little bit off. It's not going to be that big a deal, but it is a little detail you got to pay attention to when you get to tracing. So let's start by taping these together. I'm going to start 2 at a time. Match up the middles, nice straight line. And across. Yeah, I definitely did not do good lining up or guessing that middle there. Now, I left a little edge on my tape, so I can start matching up these two before I get bigger tape on them. So I'll line up that edge. Oops, that's not straight. Go, and that one. Ooh, guessing in the air is not easy. I'm going to set it back down. I'm going to finish taping this. Remember, the better you tape your templates together, the better it's going to hold together, the easier it's going to be when it comes to tracing. All right, so our trap is now set. Almost kind of looks like a little cootie or something. Now it's time to trace. Start in the center, put it at an angle, hold it down, and trace.
Make sure if your end's got a little far like mine did, that you include that little notch.
All right, so we're traced all the way around. Now this one's nice and easy to line up. I can just slide it or translate it to the right or to the left, that way. Or I could go up or I could go down. And I'm going to fill this entire page with this tessellation and come back and show you. There we have it. This is how the part trap design turns out. As you can see, this one ends up very checkerboard looking, but I also chose a much simpler design. I really recommend take your time, find that middle point in the very beginning. Some of my tracings got a bit off because I didn't line up my center as good and my edges weren't quite as neat. But there you go. That's how you do the part trap tessellation.